Hey everybody, Steve Smith at Royal RV and Auto in Middlebury, Indiana. I just want to do a walk around quick for you guys on some of the features of the Winnebago travel trailers. One of the big things that I enjoy working with Winnebago is this is a manufacturer who doesn't look at less expensive components to trim costs out of their units. So you're going to find as you look at the Winnebago, the price tag is typically up there in the upper spectrum of units, but there's a reason for that is because they always buy premium components. So that does a couple things for you, and we'll mention that as we go around the coach here. But one of the first things that they do that I really like is the chassis that they're building on. Everything starts at the chassis, and everything that they're building throughout their product line is on a Norco next generation chassis. So the big thing about that, what that means for you folks, is the fastening devices used in a Norco chassis is a Huck bolt. It is the most secure fastening device being used in the RV industry today, but what it is, it's the same fastening device that we use as far as building airplane technology. It's the way we build skyscrapers. It's the way we build submarines. So a lot better. What the big deal about it is instead of a nut going onto a bolt thread, it actually smashes a bolt wall into the threads of the bolt. So it can't back out. Once it's secure, it doesn't have a chance to come loose. So like I mentioned, it's the most secure fastening device being used in the industry today. It's a standard. So that's one of the big things that I like about it. The other thing too is the baggage door that they're using on all of their travel trailers. You're going to see that they went to a thicker door frame on here. What that's going to do is it's going to keep your door from twisting and flexing. Also, everything they're putting on their units also has an upgraded, like a fifth wheel pull release handle on all their baggage doors. The other thing that you get too is the size of the seal on the inside of it. So you're putting a lot of valuable things in the pass-through storage of your unit here. You want something a little more than an 1/8 inch piece of foam on there, trying to keep the water from entering where you've got all your goods stored in here. So this is a 1/2 inch rubber, but this is going to be a lot more secure as far as keeping all the weather from getting in here on all the things that you have stored in here. Also too, they've done away with all the plastic clips that you need to fold out with your thumb and hold your doors in place. They went to magnetic catches on everything, so it's nice and simple too. As you go around the unit, you'll also know that all your lights on the outside are LED, which is just a fantastic feature because it doesn't burn out nearly as quickly as a conventional bulb does. It doesn't have the heat signature of a conventional bulb. They're just going to last you a lot longer. So on their coach like this, it has a solar panel on it with the interior lights being LED. That's going to keep your water pump running, and it's going to keep all of your interior lights working pretty much indefinitely without any shore power or generator usage. Okay. All their coaches too on the bottom are going to be completely enclosed, and there's heat pads on all of their holding tanks. So as far as folks that, especially here in Indiana where we like to get out early and camp late into the season, it's going to give you that extended season camping big time. A lot of people ask, are these considered a 4-season coach? In my mind, I don't consider them a 4-season coach because I believe that for that to truly be the case, you need to have the ability to go into northern Michigan or up into Canada, and that's not something that I would recommend for customers to do with the way these are set up. But early season, early spring, late fall, you're all set, ready to go. The other thing that the enclosed underbelly does for you too is it streamlines everything. So just like all the semi-trailers that you see going down the interstates that have the airfoils on them, this is basically going to do the same thing for you as well. It's going to keep all that wind turbulence from going up underneath your coach, keeping everything from moving around. It just streamlines everything. It enhances the towability of this coach while you're going down the road with it, okay? You're gonna notice too, this is a fiberglass sidewall. All Winnebago makes is fiberglass exteriors. They don't do any metal exteriors on their travel trailers. So the thing that I like though is they're using, as I mentioned, an upgraded fiberglass. So this is called Asdale, which is a 100% composite material. So that's gonna be a big deal to you, because you're going to be comparing this to manufacturers who are using a fiberglass that has a piece of Luan laminated on the back of it. So now we have wood making contact with the fiberglass. You happen to get, because of a seal void, water into your sidewall structure, it could start rotting, it could start molding and mildewing. No chance that could happen with Asdale. I could submerge this material in water for 2 years and pull it out. It's not going to do one thing to it. It's all completely 100% composite. That's a big deal. Okay. All quick recovery water heaters on this, which is a big deal too, because now we don't have to go out and buy anno rods to keep the tank from rusting up on it. Everything's aluminum. So out of a 6-gallon water heater like this, you're going to get approximately 20 gallons of hot water out of that. So that's going to be something, if you have a family, you're really going to appreciate as well. All their coaches for 2022 have went to Goodyear Tires, which is great because Goodyear is the only manufacturer of tires that made a tire specifically designed for RV application. So a couple things I like about the Goodyear tires compared to the Chinese imports, which are regularly referred to in the internet as China bombs. They reach maximum carrying capacity as a lower tire pressure. So what that means for you as an owner is I can go down the road with this tire with a lower amount of air pressure in it and still get full carrying capacity of it. Softer air pressure means a softer ride as I'm towing it down the road. So that's going to be a big deal. It's something you're going to appreciate versus a Chinese imported tire. You have to be up around 90 pounds. You may need to add air to your tire and not even have the ability to get to 90 pounds at some of the service stations. So this runs at full carrying capacity at a lower air pressure, around 45 to 50 pounds. Also notice the green caps on your air fills on here. So what this is telling the owners is this is a nitrogen filled tire. So a lot of folks that are new to camping have no idea the benefit of what a nitrogen filled tire is. So the first thing that they need to understand is if they ever need to add pressure to that tire, it can be done with air. It does not have to be nitrogen. So they have the flexibility of using either one. But what nitrogen in the tire will do for them is as we're towing down the road, if we're on hot pavement or cold pavement, the internal air pressure of this tire doesn't change as a result of it having nitrogen in it. So it's going to make your tires last longer because they're going to wear more evenly. Okay? All right, as we come on back here, you're going to notice too, the leveling jacks on here, everything they build, they're all electronic push button rocker switch electronic leveling system on it, which is really nice. You can leave your electric cordless drills at home. You don't need them with the Winnebago product. We just push buttons and we can run our stabilization system down, okay? The other thing you want to notice too, this is prepped for your rear vision monitor back here, so you have the ability to either do a Voyager system or a Furrion. Either one of those is going to work, but this is just basically a cover for the wiring that has been ran through the sidewall for us to grab power, and then we can mount the rear camera of our choice on there, okay? So this particular model is a bunk model. You can see they have a nice cargo door here that's been put on it to make loading bicycles, sleeping bags, whatever we want to put in, very easy from the outside of the coach. Also notice too, still all LED lights here on the outside. We've got a nice little spray port here that we can plug in a hose. So if we've set up an exterior table, we're cleaning fish on a fishing trip, or we've taken our dog out on the trail and got all nasty, we have the ability to spray them and clean them up before we let him back inside the rig here. Okay. Bumpers are going to be rated at 150 pounds. So you do have the ability to add additional bike carriers on here if you want to do that. This tire that's on here is going to eat up about 50 pounds of the carrying capacity of the bumper. So you still have 100 pounds to decide if you wanted to add additional items here, you'd have the ability to do that. Everything that they build has a detachable power cord out here, which gives you the ability to decide where you want to store it versus some of the less expensive models that force you to push your power cord into a cabinet built on the inside of the rig. So that's a nice feature as well. These are the rocker switches that run your leveling system, like I mentioned. So you're going to have two sets at the back, and you're going to have two sets at the front. Everything you're building has a black tank flush on it too, which is really nice. You don't need the wand to go down through your stool on the inside of the rig to clean your black tank out. All we have to do is hook a water hose to it. It's got a spray head built into this inside of your sewage tank, so you just turn on your water, it cleans everything out for you. And then obviously after you've emptied that out, you want to follow that up with emptying your gray tank. Hot and cold shower head, again, this is a great feature, but a lot of people don't think about the fact that every shower they take outside their rig is gray water not going into their holding tanks. So by using this and utilizing it, it's just keeping you from putting additional water into that gray tank. So the capacity of it is going to last you a lot longer as a result of you taking all the showers outside that you can. Okay. Also notice too that you have a nice tint on all of your exterior windows. A lot of manufacturers have done away with the tint on their windows, explaining that to customers that it gives you the ability to see what you're doing inside when your coach isn't plugged in. What they don't explain to customers is it's just less expensive for them to manufacture that way. and it's now going to allow all the UV rays of the sun to go through their windows, start attacking all of their fabrics and their simulated leathers that are on all of their furniture on the inside. So it's a real detractant to look and consider a coach that does not have the tinting on the windows. It's something you need to protect the inside of your coach. And without this, you've got a big magnifying glass on the outside of your coach, so your air conditioners are going to work a lot harder trying to keep the inside of your unit cool. Okay? So you also notice too, you have rain gutter spouts on your roof structure here, so it's going to naturally pick up your water, pour it off at the edges here. The roof material on the outside is what's called a TPO, which is a thermopolyolefin material. That's got a 12-year warranty on it. The manufacturer does recommend that the owners get up there annually and do inspections of that material to keep that warranty active. So just something to keep in mind, regardless of what you get, you're going to need to be up there every year inspecting that and make sure no damage is taking place. It needs to be dealt with. Okay. The other thing I like about the Winnebago too, and read the fine print. Everybody that's selling rigs out there has a structural warranty, but what you're going to find out is they vary substantially. And this is where one of the things Winnebago really steps up on. So their 3-year structural warranty goes way beyond your typical, the welds of the aluminum in your sidewall here. What they cover in their 3-year warranty is the structure of that roof that they built in the factory, the wood overlay of that roof. Then the material on the outside of the roof, like as I mentioned, has its own 12-year warranty, but the welds in your wall are a 3-year warranty. The floor structure that they built has got a 3-year structural warranty on it. The framing going around this slide room that gives it all the structural integrity that it needs to support the slide room coming out the wall all fall into their 3-year structural warranty, and I can tell you that's head and shoulders above what you're going to find from other manufacturers. Okay, so we've went over a lot of things here kind of quickly. Another thing too that they improved for 2022 was the material that they're using on their front caps. No longer fiberglass, which as road debris has a tendency to kick up and hit it, can cause some spider cracks. This is like a high compressed composite material that they've went to here, so it's actually superior to fiberglass. It doesn't have the tendency to chip and crack that the fiberglass has. So just more evidence of Winnebago saying they want to be heads and shoulders above their competition and going to a better product that can be used in their applications. So that's all I got for right now on this outside walk around. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon.